Welcome, guys, once again to another review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. And today, again, I'm talking about the episode 12 in season 8. Finally, we finally got to see the Honorable Lebe. We got to see Lebe after this is episode 12. After 11 episodes of talking about this said lady, we got to see Lebe in today's episode, in yesterday's episode. And when I say it was the most disappointing introduction of Lebe that I have ever seen, because when I saw Lebe, I thought, yes, finally we'll be getting the breakdown of everything. Where he started from, how it entered, what was the every single detail of everything that happened. I thought we were going to be getting that. But rather, she gave nothingness. Nothing. Like Miss Mohammed said, she gave nothing. And I was disappointed.
I thought we did hear a part where she said that Wendy was jealous that Mecca was using her name for clout.
That was they played the first in no, that was not said here. They played the first week, the first time that we ever saw Neka when
Right.
she was talking about what happened. That was what they replayed. They never talked
Oh, okay.
about it
So that was a replay.
here.
Okay. Yeah, well, I thought we were going to get more, but we didn't, but it was good to see her.
What was good to see her? I didn't need to see her if they were not coming. When I saw her, when the screen came on, and I also now we're gonna see Lev. I was like, yes, finally. We can put a nail on this. We can finally get like I thought the whole episode. I would have even be okay if the whole episode was the breakdown of the Wendy, Neka, Lebe family situation. I would have been all right with the whole episode being about them.
Well, yeah, I thought they were going to speak more about it, which they really didn't touch any of it. She was just basically letting her know you on Wendy's turf. You accept the invitation. Just know you on her turf. So we could have did without that, but it was still good to see her because I didn't know she was Ike's cousin.
Now that is what was so surprising. It was surprising to me. How did she become Ike's cousin? Like, wow. Wow. See, right now, all this family drama is beginning to shape because they are beginning to make me feel sauce because I've always said it that I feel like there's more drama from the family than even and all this nonsense they've been showing to us on the screen. There's more drama from the family. They should have addressed that. It is I've said it. I've always said it from the first episode. Okay, from the second episode because that's where we had Neka. From second episode or third episode till now, I've always said one thing and it's constant that this thing is more of a deep-rooted family issue than this.
Mm.
It will be a very deep-rooted family issue that they decided that okay, we're gonna play out and come on the show and just form one storyline. Well, because literally I was so happy for Lebe coming here. I was like, I needed her to say some things like, yes, get it off your chest. Show us how Wendy is jealous, wicked, person. I wanted to know why Wendy was a jealous person. I wanted to know why Wendy is dislikeful of Neka. I wanted to know where the witchcraft topic came out. I wanted to know how the witchcraft stuff even came upon. How did she see the witchcraft? How did she know? I wanted to know that. And if I don't know whether it is me, but I felt these friends. I felt like Lebe was not expecting another friend to be there. I felt like Lebe was expecting only her because the kind of facial expression she was giving was like I was not expecting another friend. I was expecting only me, and I wanted the cameras on me only. And when she went ahead and said that, she invited when this Neka said that Wendy invited her to her and Eddie's event, and she was like, that's your tour, that's her tough. Like, allow the girl breathe. She wants to. I feel like she herself is the one trying for them not to ever be friends. I'm just gonna put it out there. Lebe is the cause of Wendy and Neka's issue. That's my deduction. And she doesn't want them to be friends. And she's going to keep on adding fire, fuel, diesel, everything to make them dislike themselves. Because I didn't understand the statement of, oh yeah, she's on her tough. Like, are they gonna have fight a battle? She's literally inviting all the ladies to have fun. Is she gonna fight a battle? Like, why are you repeating the oh she's on her tough? Why didn't she come? Because she made it look as if she was coming. Because this other friend was saying, "Yeah, I'm going. When I come there, I'm going to bring out my phone." I don't know whether you heard that. Where the Chica girl, this the other lady Chica was like, "Oh, okay. Anyhow, when we're there, I'm going to bring out my phone." They were not even in her. Why wasn't they also in the pajama stroke unboxing stuff? Why wasn't Lebe there? Why wasn't Chika there? Why wasn't Lebe in the Wendy's event? Why did she go with Neka, like she was making us think that she was going to go with Neka to the Wendy's event with Eddie and Wendy's event? Why? There were so many whys that I came out with uh, 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 than a resolution to this issue. And I would just say maybe Lebe just wanted them to just have an issue. That's just it. I speak my truths. Shop reality, what did you feel? Because you are the one person, we have been always been saying that we wanted Lebe to come.
Well, the first thing that I saw, her hair looked a mess. Her and the friend, the the
Chika.
the wigs
They are in
were
the same friend
horrible.
group.
Oh my God, their hair looked a mess. The hair, the makeup. It was like this is ridiculous. I well, their hair was. You guys didn't think those wigs were hideous. It was just
they,
too
they were
much hair.
hideous.
Oh, the hair was just too much hair. Both of them. And the one on the right, that just not fit her face at all. I mean,
Chika.
yeah,
That, yeah.
I
It's not
couldn't
her
get
face style.
it's not her face style, yeah. I couldn't get past the wigs and the horrible makeup on Lebe. Lebe's makeup was horrible. Neka's makeup was horrible. And I think it's probably because of
Huh?
the
Neka's makeup was horrible.
yeah, I think it's because of the lighting. They have to the makeup has to be different for the lights since they're going to be
Yeah.
filming, so they probably haven't mastered that yet. But yeah, I was waiting to hear some information, and no, we still didn't get it yet. But I think it's coming. I do think it's coming. I think that the producers and editors are saving it towards the end, whatever it is, and I think
For
it
me,
is.
I don't think it's ever going to come.
I think
That's
it's gonna
me.
come. I think Wendy is hiding something. Wendy is so uncomfortable. There's something going on. I mean, why would they go through? Why would NECA go through all of this? I mean, she does. I don't think she would need to make this thing up. This is just crazy. It's so far fetched to just
It
create,
can be made up.
huh?
It can be made up.
Can or cannot.
It can
It's
be
so
made
far
up.
fetched. Just so far fetched. Like, why
It's
make up
because
something else?
when I saw Lebe, you know what I saw when I saw Lebe? I didn't first look at her face, but later on I started looking at her hair and everything. It looked like somebody when the way she was interacting with Neka, the way she was reacting, it made me feel as if she herself did not want or doesn't want Neka and Wendy to be at a good spot. She herself, even when Nneka was trying to say, I want to see whether our friendship, she did not look happy when she said that. To see when Nneka was trying to insinuate that she wanted to see whether her and Wendy can be at a good space. So that way, when she gave those expression, it made me realize that she might be the issue itself. Yes, I know Wendy is acting sketchy, but Leopard too is acting sketchy for me. Or just few minutes that I saw her here, I saw sketchiness. Because I was expecting that, you know, if the story was really true, that you had your proof, you had the receipts, you have everything, the first thing you should be doing was to be laying it out between her and Neka. They never wanted to go in deep about everything. Why? This was the time when she said that things will come out. I really thought it was from Lebe, because I've always said it, that if I wanted the real truth to come out, it was going to be from Lebe, because Lebe is the glue factor. Lebe was the one that told Neka that when this mom was talking about her in a bad light, Lebe was the one that told Neka that when this mom was doing a witchcraft, whatever, praying a witchcraft prayer against her, Lebe was the one that said all these things. So if there was one person I wanted to, that would have brought out the receipt to really glue, because Neka is a third party, so I'm not going to judge her, because she heard what she heard, she reacted how she reacted. But Lebe was the one that brought the information to her. So why did Lebe use this opportunity to show us what is the information? And why do you think the producers will be holding it? This is episode 12. How many episodes are remaining?
Not sure.
Yeah, they're talking about going on the trip soon, so it must not be too many more left.
There are no more, the episodes are not much. I think they said, well, let me not say anything. I'm not really sure. But the episodes are not much anymore. So when will the secrets be out? Because this was an opportunity. Are they going to bring Lebe again? Because I don't think they are going to be bringing Lebe again. There's no opportunity. I don't see in the future any scenario or any opportunity where Lebe will have to come in the scene.
I don't
So
know. Maybe
my
they'll have her.
question now is, did Lebe lie to Neka? Then Neka ran with the lies.
No, because Neka said that your mom called me, so the mom must have called her.
Then where is Neka's evidence of the call?
I think it's coming. I think it's all coming. Good. Now think back to that fake scene with Wendy and her mother, where the mother tried to pretend like she didn't know who Lebe was, when Lebe and Ivy were supposed to be like sisters. Then the mother pretends like
Mhm.
she doesn't know her.
I'm not going to. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not changing that from that. I'm not going to forget that, because that also looked sketchy. But I'm also going to give her the grace, because sometimes my mom tends to forget my own friends
But
when she was alive.
they were filming a scene, so I'm sure they rehearsed the scene. Like, okay, they're coming over
Probably.
here to talk about. Yeah, she didn't catch her mom off guard. The mother is used to being filmed, but I think there is something to it. I don't think that NECA made
I
this
feel.
thing up.
See, for
Wendy,
me, there is nobody. For me, I will say there's nobody that's innocent here. Across the board, everybody is guilty. There is, the only thing is that who is more guilty, who has the bigger role. That's my own. Wendy is guilty of something that she's hiding. Lebe is guilty of something that she's not saying. Neka is also guilty of something. Every one of them is guilty, because how did all of a sudden Lebe became Ike's cousin? We never heard that before. Did you?
No,
yes,
that's
when
why.
we first. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it took me by surprise. I didn't know that. I thought they were just all friends, through the Nigerian community.
So
No, she
did you
introduced
know
her.
about the shop
No,
reality?
no, she kept saying NECA kept saying my in-laws, my in-laws. Remember, she kept saying my in-laws. NECA kept referring to Lebe as her in-law. Remember?
Mm,
Yeah, she from the beginning. My in-law. My in-laws told me. My in-law.
yeah.
Yeah, she
But
said that.
don't you also feel like you are saying, because Neka said there's something coming, then you feel like don't you feel that the producers too are gaslighting, so that you'll be watching the season thinking that there's something coming, and at the end of the day, nothing might come of it. Nothing,
I,
absolutely nothing.
I think something's coming because Wendy is acting too weird. She's acting too weird. There's something
What
up. I
else?
think.
What
I,
if something doesn't come? That's
if
my question
something,
to you. How
something like in regards to the mother,
to every the whole situation, the
okay, even
witchcraft, the
even if
mama, the
even if
NECA stuff.
even if something doesn't come with the mother, there is, I think that NECA is already proved with the text messages from Lebe
Mm-hmm,
that Wendy did not want to meet with NECA, that
mm-hmm,
she's been avoiding NECA from the
mm-hmm.
beginning. And then we can even see when they finally did come together, they pretended like they didn't know each other at the
That
pickleball
went that
tournament.
went both ways. NECA and Wendy, they have avoided each other. They
Avoided
pretend
each
as if they were
other?
just brown new to
I
each
wouldn't
other.
say avoid it. I would say pretend like they didn't know each other.
That's
But
what they pretended that they were brown new to each other.
yeah, but at the pickleball thing, Wendy was acting really weird. Eddie was acting really weird, pretending as though he didn't know the guy. Even if he didn't know him personally, he knew of him because of the in-laws. She always said that Lebe was her in-law. So
That Lebe is NECA's in-law,
exactly.
not
You guys just said
not
that you did
Ne-
not know. You guys just said that you didn't know
no.
that
It's
Ike
now
was the
that I'm
cousin.
realizing in today's episode. That's when I'm realizing that Lebe is NECA's in-law. But Lebe, for me, I know that Lebe is Wendy's friend. Not they don't have an in-law relationship.
But Neka's always said that Lebe was her in-law. She always said that. You don't remember her saying the in-laws all the time? My in-law. She was talking about Lebe is her in-law, is Neka's in-law. She always
You
said
know
that
what?
that
Yeah,
Lebe was Ike's cousin. She always said that.
I never heard that. Today,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, I want you
Today
to
was the first
think
time.
back, but think back when we first met her, when they showed the photo of there was a photo of Ivy and Lebe. One of them had on like a black lace dress. They were at an
Yeah.
event. Yeah, she said it when they showed that picture. My in-laws
And that's
told
for
me,
okay.
my
That
in-law.
was for no, I don't know. Well, you know what? Maybe
What did
I
you
didn't
think? What did
catch
you
it
think
then, but
what did you think the connection was though? How did you think that they were
I thought
connected?
that they were friends. I thought
Okay.
that they were like family
No,
friends. Like
no.
we do have family friends.
No, she
I
always
thought
said
they
it
were
was
family
she
friends.
always said it was her in-law. Go back and watch the episode. She always said my in-laws. I think even at the pickleball, she said something about my in-laws, my in-laws. Yeah, that's the connection. So that's why I think that I still think it has something to do. I don't know about the mother situation. I don't know if the mother did all of that stuff. Aside from the mother thing, Wendy's acting really strange towards this woman. We saw the text messages where she did not want to meet with Lebe. And she didn't want to meet that we saw Lebe's text messages. Wendy did not want to meet with NECA. Why was she trying to avoid meeting with even before production started? And then she stopped responding
Yeah,
to Lebe's text messages when she found out she was
yeah.
coming on the show.
hmm You know, sometimes, you know why I don't want to give anybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm not trusting NECA. I'm not trusting Lebe. I'm not trusting Wendy either because I've also had similar family issues. And if you trust everybody, until everybody sit down together and you understand. So I'm not going to be trusting any one of them. I'm just saying that for all these things to be resolved, like I've always said, I said it last week, NECA has to sit down. Wendy has to sit down. Lebe has to sit down. Wendy's mom has to sit down and they will talk. Because if not, one person will be giving the version of the story. And when it got to the text messages, yes, it didn't look good on Wendy, but we don't know the timeline. We don't know what would have happened in between. We don't know what happened outside the text messages, like in real life, you know, that happened because it's things that happen that makes you text somebody. What would have happened before the text messages came? That made maybe NECA reacted the way or sent those text messages to Wendy, or Wendy reacting and replying that same way to Lebe. Sorry, I said Lebe. Oh yes, to I Lebe and also yes, those Lebe she was talking to them. Who knows what would have happened in real life that made the text message come across like that? Because sometimes you might have interactions with people, get pissed off. Then when you the person texts you, you might reply in a way that at that moment you're feeling in that manner, you're feeling in that way, like I don't want to see you, I don't want to talk to you. and you might be used against, they might use it against you tomorrow. I had a scenario where I went to an event with a friend of mine, and I was working for that event. I was working for the bride. When I was done with what I was doing with the bride, and I went with my friend, she kind of got offended because the friend was her own friend. The bride, sorry, was her friend. She got offended because I was like, I don't care if I was your friend. I do my job, pay. I don't want anybody owing me any balance or anything. I came here, I did my job, pay my money. So she was not happy that I was reacting like that. She was thinking because I was a friend of hers, I will understand and give her own friend grace. And I said, I don't do that. I don't joke. I don't do business and pleasure and person. Those things are different. If you had told me beforehand, I would have understood. But that was not our agreement. We had an issue. We quarreled. I came home differently from her from the events. We literally was on a phone call and we fought, and and the text messages that followed after, I replied to her in the way I was feeling at that moment, which later those text messages was used against me. Like, look at it, when I sent you this message, look at the way you replied to me. But at that moment I was feeling a certain kind of way because of the way we've interacted. When she showed people those text messages, because she was trying to reconcile us, and she went to, like, because I told her I needed break, I needed break from the friendship. She was trying to reconcile us, and she went to show a lot of people about the text messages, and was like, I was rude to her, I was this. A lot of people like prejudged me. I was like, oh wow, so you're this, you're that, you're that. Why do you say these kind of things to your friend? But none of them knew what we had talked on phone. None of them knew what had happened face to face between us. The way we've talked to each other in a bad way. The way I felt like mentally, I was not in that space to continue that quarreling with her, and I just needed a break. Like, let me just get my thoughts together. Then maybe at one time when I'm calm and I get over all the insults I received that day from my so-called friend, probably then I would have time to talk with her. Nobody knew about those instances. Nobody knew of what happened. Then everybody saw the text messages and labeled me a bad friend, until we had a sit down and I started sharing, like, no, that's not how it happened. See what happened before you got to that kind of text message. Before the message was sent, see what had happened. And this is how I was feeling. Yes, later on, I started feeling like I shouldn't have sent those text messages because it did not look well. But at that moment, I was feeling a certain kind of way. So I did send those text messages with the feelings I was feeling. What of if that was the kind of scenario? What of if Wendy, Neka, Lebe, they sent those messages to each other because they were feeling those certain kind of way after things has happened between them that we did not know about? That is why I say there is, yes, like you always say, copywriting, there's a bigger thing. Yes, there's a bigger thing, but it was outside the messages, it was outside everything. It was something that happened, a bigger thing that happened that they don't want to talk about, but they are now covering it up with the text messages and everything. The text messages did not make Wendy look nice, did not make Wendy look innocent, but I still believe that there's something that all of them are avoiding to talk about. They can talk about the witchcraft and everything, but the main issue every one of them is avoiding to talk about. Probably if they know, all of them know that if they might talk about it, it might make all of them around the table look bad. Both the Lebe, both Wendy, both Neka. It might make them all look bad. And so they are like literally avoiding that. That's how I feel. I feel like there's something that really happened, really, really happened, and they are all the three of them are avoiding it. And like just covering it. Everybody just is in, oh, you called my mother a witchcraft. Oh, you did this, you called me a B word. Oh, you ignored me. Tell us the real issues and I'll be happy about it. Because it cannot be you called my mother a witch, you called me the B word, you called me a ghetto. That cannot be just it. Because the pain that Wendy is feeling, the way that Wendy is ignoring her, the way that Neka was feeling so much hot over what happened, it's not giving that is exactly what is happening. It's giving that there's something more. What if the more, okay, Shoprite, I want to ask you something. What if the more you are expecting comes up and it makes every one of them across the table look back?
I don't think NECA's gonna look bad. I mean, NECA is not the one that's running. Wendy's the one that's running. You think about it.
Does it mean if you're not running, you're not the bad one? I that's
Yeah, she's
because like
running. Okay, this is the
no,
same
I mean
person. Think of, you got to think
the,
of Wendy's history.
I'm asking. I
I'm
was
sorry.
sorry for cutting you short. I was
No,
asking,
it's
does it
okay.
mean
Go
if
ahead.
you're not running, you're not the bad person?
Well, I'm just considering the show and the nature of the show, how the show
Hmm.
always has confrontations, and considering Wendy's history on the show. We've never seen her act like this before. You know, she stood tall against the bandits. You know, she
Yeah.
didn't back down from them. But with this situation with this lady from the beginning, if we go back to the beginning of the season, when they were at the pickleball, she was getting hightailing herself out of there. She kept trying to avoid the discussion. The lady didn't. She did call her the B word. That wasn't right, but I think it was out of frustration because it seemed clear that Wendy was trying to avoid even speaking to her. So, like, why are you trying to avoid even talking to her? Like, constantly. And now that we're this far into the season and it's clear, we saw NECA come up to her the other day and she said, you know, I just want us to talk. Wendy's still acting funny. And it's like, Wendy, you know how the show works. At this point, there needs to be a sit down. We all go through it. Candace and Robin just had their sit down. We've got to have the sit down. You know how this works, but you're trying to play
Hmm.
hardball. You're trying to avoid
Yeah,
whatever it is that
that
this
looks
lady.
fishy to me too.
Yeah, this lady's trying to
Why?
have a discussion with you and you're trying to get away from it. And then going back to the shrine thing about the mother, I don't know if that's, you know, what happened with that. But for NECA to even concoct this whole story about the mother in the shrine, that is so far fetched for somebody to make something like that up. There has to be something about it that may be true. Like she said, that the mother said to her, have you ever heard of people praying for you? Have you ever heard of people praying? No, she said, did I ever pray against you? Or whatever the language that she used.
Hmm.
She's
Yeah.
implying that the mother called her. And I think we're going to see that on the preview. Isn't she going to say, your mother called me? So if the mother, why
I
did the
didn't
mother
I
call
didn't
her?
hear that part. They didn't really tell us they do it. I think the producers are trying to just play smart with
Okay,
us. I
or maybe I'm
literally
thinking
saw
of,
this.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say maybe I'm thinking of the pickleball. There's some incident,
Oh,
some scene we saw where she says, "Your mother called me." So, whatever the mother,
did she say
some
that? I thought
yeah, I
you said your
believe.
mother called Lebe.
Okay, well, she called somebody. The mother called somebody about NECA. Why is the mother getting involved like this? And this is the same mother who said the stuff about Mia. Don't forget, she said the stuff about Mia in a on Instagram or Twitter. So she's
Yeah.
known for saying things. Now the shrine thing,
Yeah.
we said that that's very serious, and so like we here, we don't really know much about that. But you said it's a very serious thing, so that's what I'm wondering. Why would she make up something that's so heinous to say about somebody? Considering the
I,
ramifications in the community for you to say something like that. And then her husband is a chief. Would she take the risk of her husband being embarrassed or shamed because his wife is making up stories? I don't know. There's something
I
more
think
to it.
I
And I think
think
Wendy's run away from it.
the husband would not be embarrassed because most of the times this chief they give them is because you have money. If you have money, you're rich, you get it. So probably his is like that. So I don't think he will be that embarrassed. And they don't stay in Nigeria that much. So they're mostly in the US. So what am I going to be embarrassed about? How many people, because their mindset would be how many people in the village will be watching the Real Housewives? It's only young people, Gen Zs, and will be thinking, oh, let's watch the Real Housewives. So the older ones that are back in the village would really not be watching the Real Housewives. So I don't think they have anything to disturb them about people knowing about it in the village where they give them a title. It's
Well, let
now
me.
the Gen Z's. Yeah.
I was gonna say, well, let me ask you, why do you think Wendy is avoiding a discussion with this lady when we know that this is what the show is about? You have your confrontations, and then you have to
Mhm.
reconcile. She's not doing the part that that normally happens on the show.
Yeah.
Why do you think she's avoiding that?
One, for me, I I've been cracking my head to understand what Wendy's mindset is, but I still can't get it. When in this episode she said when at Eddie's event and she was like, "Let us have a one-on-one." Um, I still don't understand why she didn't want to do that, but I'm still trying to like give her grace. Like as you know, I said I was giving Neka grace. I'm also giving that same grace to Wendy because I want to see it clear. I don't want to judge anybody because of what anybody's saying. I don't want to judge anybody because of what Neka is saying on everything. I want them to, like I thought that this sit down was gonna be in today's episode, and I think that's why I feel the producers are literally playing mind games with us. Because in the preview of last week, it looked as if the sit down was gonna be this week. But now we got to this week, the sit down is no longer in this week, it's going to be next week. So I don't understand why when this running, I for the life of me, even into the when I was watching the episode, this episode 12, I kept on asking myself, Wendy, why don't you just even if I feel like what you're gonna say is not gonna make any impact, it's not gonna change my mindset, it's not gonna make us be friends, but at least just have to sit down and let it be known so that everybody will respect themselves. I know. Fine. Nobody's going to pass each other's boundaries. But I feel like they are still, and I also feel like the both of them are still trying to play games with us. They are still trying to do, let's see whether we can kumbaya, or I don't know whether it's the producers that are trying to play games with us, trying to see that whether they can kumbaya. Okay, maybe they can, maybe give people hope. Like, yeah, probably these Nigerian sisters can be friends tomorrow. Maybe there's hope for them. So I just feel like the producers are really playing a very big mind game with us, and especially since they know that this is the only storyline they have for this season. So I think they are outstretching it, overstretching it for unnecessary reasons. And Wendy, I don't know. Probably we'll find out. Maybe, like we said, before the season end, like Neka said, we might see things coming out, but season is almost ending and we've not seen anything. We've not gotten any progress. We've not found anything different from what we've known since episode 1. And probably at the reunion, we might get more in-depth thing. And like what Miss Mohammed said, she said, I think Wendy feels like she doesn't want to give it camera time so that they don't drag the story even further, maybe. Which is true. Because if it was me, I wouldn't want to give it more camera time because like it's an embarrassment to my own state of mind. Even me watching it, I usually like next week's episode, I think I would find it very strong. I will struggle to watch the episode because I do struggle to watch the episode when they come up, when their necker comes up and they start talking about this witchcraft thing. I struggle to watch it because it's not enjoying. I don't enjoy it any one bit. If I had known that we're going to have witchcraft and everything going on this season, I literally would say I would have scrapped covering RHOP. So
What?
probably yeah. So probably if she thought that she was giving it airtime and it was the producers, like they always do, stretch out the storyline because I feel like they are stretching it out since episode 2. We've not gotten any progress. We've not really gotten the truth or the lies. They've not fished out the lies from the truth. We are still getting it all mismatched. We
Well,
don't know which one is the truth.
how can
Yeah.
we how can they fish it out if Wendy keeps making excuses as to why she can't come to the events? If she comes to the events where the lady is, then maybe we could get more details. Like Candace's thing, Wendy didn't come. This unpacking party, Wendy didn't come. And then there's a third thing Wendy didn't come to. I can't remember what it was.
Well,
But it's like,
Wendy
oh,
was
thank you,
at
Miss
the
Okay Girls.
yeah, I didn't mean to cut in, but Wendy was at Karen's little thing that she had where they all were sitting at the table and Necca was trying to talk to her then, and Wendy excused her and walked away from the table.
Yes, yep.
So Wendy doesn't want to talk about this. She's avoiding it.
Hmm? It's
You
all
know,
very obvious. She's avoiding it like a plague.
yeah. I don't understand why. I mean, if it's a misunderstanding, then let's hear it.
Me, I understand why, because I myself will avoid you like a plague. I understand. I think every Nigerian will understand why she's avoiding it. But if we so me, I am saying that she should not avoid it because of the platform it was said on.
Right.
Right? If it was like, because there's the Real Housewives of Lagos, where we do Nigerian housewives, the big women of Nigeria, because the city is Lagos, right? If it
Hmm.
was in that kind of Real Housewife, this was mentioned. If you would avoid it like a plague, we would applaud you because that was nonsense of the person to bring it up. If Wendy was doing this in the Real Housewives of Lagos, Wendy would have been applauded because yes, avoid it like, run from it. That is unaccepted. The person that said that would have been bashed, would have been insulted, would have been said things against. And that's why every Nigerian, in short, not only Nigerian, every African that is watching the show, that watches Real Housewives of Potomac, don't agree. In short, they don't even look at Neka's side at all. But because of the platform that we are in, we're not in a show that is about Africa. We're not in a show that is made for Africa. We are in a show that is based in the US. So she should not run from it. Just have the seat down and let her know. Even if it's to tell her that, babes, see this issue. I know I've been avoiding, but I'm avoiding it for a purpose. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to give it airtime. I don't want us to discuss about it because it's like an eyesore to me. Everybody will understand. The viewers will understand that you're running from me because for you it's an eyesore, for you it's an insult. Everybody will lock up. You get?
Yeah, but you
So
you would think if it's such a big issue, you talk about it and put it to bed. You
Or
know what
she
I'm
could
saying?
or she could interrupt the scene by saying, "Guys, I'm not talking about this." Like, you know how they break the fourth wall. She could be like, "I'm not talking about this. This is a serious thing. She's accusing my mother of being a witch. We don't play this in Nigeria." She could break the fourth wall and say, "This is serious. We don't I'm not talking." But instead, she just keeps getting out of the room, getting out of the space, moving around, ducking and dodging, not showing up to this, not showing up to that. It just makes her appear to be that she's hiding something.
that is what me I'm saying, that she like everybody's saying, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. If I was her, I would not talk about it. If I was Wendy, I would absolutely not talk about it. I would not give you grace. I would not listen to you. I would absolutely not even want to be in the same room with you. Like she's avoiding Neka. Well, because of the way she is, the place that she's in, no, some people don't understand how it is. Some people don't understand what she said. Some people don't know understand the meaning of what she said. It might look like just oh, your mother is a witch, like, but to us, it means so much more. So I feel like she should have just had that sit down, no issues, just be like, you know what, the reason why I've been avoiding you is because I absolutely don't want to talk about this. And I know that you and I, as Nigerians, it would have been easy like that. You and I, as Nigerians, we understand, we know we don't talk about these things. And for you to come on a show and talk about my mom in that way, I felt offended. And that's why I've been avoiding you, because I don't want to give it space and time. Everybody would understand. Neka herself will understand. When do we understand? The viewers will understand. And it will end there. The producers won't be and I also feel like, again, the producers are also trying to drag it out. I also feel like the producers are trying to drag it out so much because this is episode 12. We are still in this storyline.
And they
I
stopped
think
talking
that
about Robin altogether. Robin just skated on through, and there's
exactly.
nothing else going on. It's a horrible season. There's nothing going on.
And that's why I said they need to be grateful. And I might not be a fan of Neka because of what she said to Wendy, but I need to thank her. I need to be grateful to her because if not because of her, there's nothing to talk about in this season. Is it Giselle and Ashley's GNA we'll be talking about? Or oh, that reminds me. Before we've over talked about just when they were doing Wendy's events, Wendy and Eddie's events, the ladies were giving me like they were just like I don't know, is it envious or whatever? Because I didn't understand Mia saying that I've always known Eddie as the capable lawyer that goes and get the things done. I didn't know he was gonna go into cannabis. What business of yours is that? Your family, your business, and everything is not going great. What's your business of somebody else trying to venture into other businesses?
No, she says she's never seen him as going to work.
Going to work. I don't get.
Like he's an attorney, but we don't ever hear him talk about trying cases
Oh,
or
that was what she
doing.
meant. Ah,
Yeah,
wow.
no, we don't see him doing any lawyer work, and now he's doing this.
So why does she talk about people like that? Does she herself does she have a job?
Right now, no, but she did.
Why would you talk about somebody else when you're also in the same seat?
Well, no, they're not in the same situation because he's a man and she's a kept woman.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But right now it's not working out in her favor, right?
Well,
It's not working out.
she was hugged up with some new guy who's an up and comer. Did you guys see his interview with Carlos King?
No.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, they were like high
And
school
you see, it
sweethearts.
seems like Karen always has the gist. Karen has to tell me her blog. Karen always has the gist. Did you see how she exposed her in the episode?
Yeah, a
Like,
rapper.
I didn't say anything about you meeting up with a rapper. Immediately, Mia's face changed. Like,
Yeah, but you got to kind of look at her conversation with Gordon. Gordon already kind of knows what's going on because when she was like, "You would give me a settlement if we divorce," he was like, "No, we're gonna make some arrangements where we're both gonna be happy." You know, and to me, the underlining of it was like, "Okay, yeah, we're gonna stay married. We're gonna raise these kids. I know what you want to do, and I'm good with it, but we're gonna remain married." You know what I'm saying? Because you seen how what's her name? Jeez.
Mia.
Mia, you seen how she was looking when he was saying that, like,
Yeah, she was like,
and
what the
then
heck
she
is this
said,
guy
yeah,
saying?
she said, no amount of money is gonna keep me
Can make me
prisoner.
be a slave.
Yeah, well, keep me a prisoner. You know what I'm saying? So once she's done, basically what she's saying is once this is really over with, it's over with, bro. You know, you can't hold me by holding money over my head.
Mm,
So to me it kind of like he says, well, we both get what we want. I get a beautiful woman to look at, and
yeah, I get a trophy wife.
yeah, and basically, I guess you do your thing, but we're gonna stay married and we're gonna co-parent these kids right here together. But you get what you want, and what she
Yeah,
want is freedom. She wants not to be with
to
him
be
like that.
free. Yeah,
Yeah,
she didn't want to be held down.
yeah.
But I feel like at this stage, when they were talking about this thing, when they were talking about it, I felt like she had already made up her mind. She was already seeing that guy. They were already hitting it up.
I'm pretty sure.
For her to have said that. Like, but is she still with the rapper guy?
I
I haven't
don't
seen
know.
anything about them for a while.
No, that was just what in January when they took that
Yeah.
picture. Um, but I assume that they must be still together.
Well, how did
Mm,
she go from Gordon to the rapper? Like,
Well, he said
I'm
that they were
st-
high school sweethearts and that they were together when she met Gordon, allegedly.
oh wow.
really?
Didn't she say
Wow.
that living for my girls in the interview? Did you see the interview with Carlos King?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry that you said you saw it. Yeah, he said that they were like living together. She met Gordon. It was just like a friendship sort of thing. Next thing he knew, I'm paraphrasing that he saw a bill come to the house in Gordon's name, and it was for a car note. She got Gordon to get her a car, but she paid the notes on it. So I guess Gordon got it in his name or whatever, and that was just the beginning of the situation with Gordon. But it sounds like she and this man, he's not a rapper, he's like a DJ, like a radio DJ sort of thing.
Yeah, he's
But
DJ, yeah.
yeah, but they were high school sweethearts. And I think they went to the prom together. So that's how they know each other.
I'm
Mm.
still thinking how. Like when you see Mia, she always gives off this aura of sophisticated, glamorous. You would not see her being with that kind of person. That's what that was what shocked me when I saw the picture. I was like, what? I could bet my life that Mia cannot be with this kind of guy. She always gives this aura of special and beautiful. She's always the most beautiful in the room. So she goes for a certain kind of men. So I was shocked. Well, love is love. At the end of the day, love is love. But I think Gordon tried to hold on to this marriage as much as he could. With the way he was talking to Mia, I think he tried so much to hold on to this marriage.
Well, she sounds
He
like she
tried.
got one foot out the door.
She's already out.
Yeah, she got one foot out the door. I don't
She,
know if she's trying to finish up the season with him or I don't know. But I don't know, maybe she's tired of the marriage.
but do you think that
Because
he
notice she said he holds
yeah.
everything over her head. The status. This is my house, this is my money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like who wants to be with somebody like that? You
No,
know?
even in the way he was speaking to her right there, it was like, oh, you're not gonna. The way he was like trying to like be in command. Oh, Miss Mama said, didn't he leave his last wife for her?
Oh, he
Yeah, she
did?
was like she said, he was the only married man according to her, allegedly, he was the only married man she ever dated.
Wow. See, that's what happened when you ain't got your own damn money. You trying to get somebody else's money to fund the lifestyle that you really want to live. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Honey, honey. I don't even play them games.
And
My mom always told me have your own. And I do.
and to know that now they were divorced, and I am sorry, according to Candice, immediately they broke up. He wanted to give the tea on her to all the ladies. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
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 How are you guys? Hi.
Fine, how are you?
Good.
Yes.
Did you have anything to appear on today's episode? Sorry, on yesterday's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac?
Yes. So I came in when you guys were talking about the Gordon and Mia situation.
Yes.
I
We
think
can hear you
I
well.
think when they were having, okay, give me one
Sorry, we
second.
can hear you well. Oh wow. She's gone.
Oh, maybe she'll come back.
Maybe she's having issues with um oh, Miss Mommy said he made it clear that she ain't getting his money. Sounds like his family also saw her plan and cut it short. Do you think that?
Yeah, it's a possibility. I mean, what's the age difference? About what, 20 years maybe? You
Yeah.
know, and maybe she was there for a short time, and then once it started getting rough, she was like, okay, it's time for me to bail. It, he's holding shit over my head. You know, I'm not living like I'm accustomed to living, like how we started off. I'm in a smaller crib. This is close proximity towards each other. It's no longer the east wing and the west wing. It's like shit. I go downstairs, you're right there. You know what I'm saying? So maybe she's just kind of getting tired of the shit. I don't know.
Miss Mommy said, yeah, I think whatever was going on behind the scenes was like them stealing. Wow. Like them stealing money, but really, yeah. Wow. I've also always thought about that allegedly, and in my own opinion, everything said here is allegedly. So allegedly, I've been thinking about that too. That you know, maybe that's the reason why. But another thing that happened in today's episode was Mia and I'm sorry, uh, yeah, Mia and Karen's quarrel. I didn't understand why they were fighting over what invites.
Mia and Karen?
Yeah, the invites to
Yeah.
Karen's home.
Yeah, I thought that was just pretty stupid, to say the least. You know, um, it's over, it's done. She didn't accept, you know, and would she had made a difference to Karen if she was actually there? I mean, they're still shaking hands like they just met each other.
Yeah, that's what is even really annoying me that they're getting she's getting pissed off on invites. You knew that you guys were not in a good space. So why are you getting pissed off? We're not in a good space. Why are you getting pissed off? It wasn't necessary. First get pissed off. And Miss, I hope shop reality back.
Yes, I'm back, but I'm gonna have to take off in a couple of minutes. Go
Okay.
ahead. What were you
I,
gonna say?
I wanted to talk about your girl Neka. I when she
Okay, go
said
ahead.
she was bringing out her wine, and she was like that's why it made me laugh. I wake up with bubbles and I go to bed with bubbles.
You know what? Before I go, I have an observation. I don't know if you guys noticed this. This
Yeah.
friend that just is popping up at certain events, Kiarna. What's going
Yeah.
on with her?
Wendy's friend.
Yes, like were they going to try to put her on the show, but she didn't make it or something? Because what was she doing at NECA's house? Just sitting there. Wendy wasn't even there.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
they're trying to bring her to the show and they're just subtly introducing her.
Or maybe she was gonna they were testing her out and she didn't make it. I don't know. Yeah. But she's the one who's gonna be fighting.
Who did she
Remember
Oh
that
fight
wow.
with?
that fight that came out? She's gonna be fighting with Deborah. If you
Oh,
guys go,
really?
yeah, if you go on
Yeah,
YouTube and
yeah,
put
I
it,
did
yes,
see it. I did see it, yeah.
that's
When they
her.
were filming.
That's her. Yeah.
I wonder what would have happened for her to fight with Deborah.
Right. And then I don't know if you guys noticed real quick, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take off.
Yeah.
The at the event, Eddie's event, there was a guy there too. I don't know if you guys go back and watch it, just this man sitting at the table. I was wondering if he was there with her. I have to go back.
White,
No, he was a black
a
guy.
white guy, black guy.
Yeah, he had on like a white shirt. He was sitting there, I think, next to her, and I was thinking, I wonder, is that her husband? Were they gonna try out for the show and didn't make it or something? Because it's just so weird. Like, okay,
But
what
she
is she
never said
doing?
she was married. She never said she was married.
Okay, well, maybe he wasn't sitting there with
Oh,
her. I have to go
Miss
back
Mama
and
said that was Kiana's man.
oh, that was her man. Thank you, Miss Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was
Oh,
just kind of odd that, like, okay, well, we've been seeing her sprinkled at a couple of events where she doesn't really say anything.
And
And
right.
then
maybe they
what
just
was
gave her a role like Cherise.
yeah,
Cherise also does that too.
Cherise,
She's
Cherise,
just popping up
Cherise.
in places I don't understand what she's doing there, but she just pops up there.
Right, right,
So
right, right.
she's
And now
probably
she and NECA is supposed to be so close. So maybe,
like
hopefully,
like
hopefully we're gonna see
I
NECA next
think she
season.
wants to use NECA. For me, I think NECA is just gullible because she's just a starter, so she's just taking everybody in, being friends with everybody,
But
being
NECA,
chummy.
but she fits right in. Take a look at all the ladies. Most of them are all tall. NECA's tall. Mia's tall. Giselle,
Isn't anybody tall?
Wendy. Huh?
Wasn't Monique tall? Wasn't Monique as rich as she was?
Yes,
Everything.
but
And
I'm just saying NECA fits right in with the group. I hope she's back next season. She
I
fits.
hope she can survive. It's not about being back. I hope she can survive, these
I think
ladies.
she's gonna be all right. The lady's an attorney, and she says she works for a fintech company, a famous fintech company, but she didn't say the name of it. So
It
I
doesn't
think
stop these ladies if they
if
want to come for her.
she could be in the courtroom arguing cases. She can handle these women. I'm looking
Mm.
forward to NECA coming
And
back
she
next
handled
week.
Giselle. At least she has an issue with Giselle. Giselle, can she?
NECA, well, I don't think we've seen another side. I think she's just playing nice for now. I think she's just playing nice. Because you
And
saw
that's
how
what I'm saying. If something should happen, can she handle Giselle?
I think she will.
Really?
I think she's playing nice. Our first season, she's playing nice. I think
Okay.
she's playing nice.
I hope she can handle them because these ladies they know how to do a 360 on you.
That is true. That is correct. Especially if
They know
you're
how.
not meeting their agenda. But I think the
Yeah.
cast is going to look a lot different next season because this season was absolutely horrible. These people are not giving
They
any
need to do a reshuffle, a recasting.
absolutely. And it looks like
To
Karen is
like,
getting a spinoff. I think Karen's getting a spinoff with her family, and they're going to be remodeling that home. I don't know if she's
okay,
yeah, I think she's
that
gonna
would
get
be nice.
yeah.
I think they just need like do the same thing they're doing to RHOA. Like take a long time to rethink of a lot of things. We don't come tell me this person is the most popular. If the most popular is not bringing anything to the table, get them off. I don't care if it's the most popular, the fan favorite, the fan liked. Every no, if the fan favorite is not bringing anything to the table, please get them off. That's what we want because RHOP, I'm sorry to say, is a another disappointment from the Real Housewife franchise. It's another disappointment for a new season.
Yeah, I agree.
Al- Although it's not as bad as RHOA, but it's another disappointment. And I don't know whether you've heard that Candy might not be in the new season of RHOA. She said she's not coming back.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, yesterday was the Grammys, so she was at the Grammys,
Mm-hmm.
and they met her in the red carpet and had a chat with her. She said she might not be coming back for the Real Housewives of Atlanta because they are taking a lot of time to tell them who they are going to be casting. So she has taken on that project that might be taking her time off, taking her time out of the show. So there's a possibility, like let's say, like according to what she said, there's a 80% chance that she might not be in the new season. And I'm not pissed off. I'm not annoyed. She didn't bring anything to the table in the last season, actually. So
Right. I mean, I like Candy, but for her to take a season or two off, that's cool. Give us a chance to kind of miss you. Then you can like let us know
mhm,
what's been happening.
that's not what we are missing.
Right.
And when you come back, there'll be more storyline. So I feel like yes, she needs to like go. Then when she comes back, so I think they should also do the same thing for Real Housewives of Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they should
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Rotate and refresh.
Yeah, they should do the same thing. But
Hmm.
I hope that NECA still gets called back because I've not really gotten a full glimpse of her. So
Hmm.
I hope she gets called back into the new season because she's not getting the attention, she's not getting the love that they might be expecting for her to get. Like every other housewife usually gets when they join in the first season. She isn't getting that.
Right.
So I just hope they don't look at that and say, oh, you know what? You didn't do anything, so we're gonna cut you slack. At least, even if she didn't get the love of of the viewers, at least she gave us a storyline.
That's true. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. I want her to come back just so I can, if they're,
Get to know her in depth,
yeah,
away from this storyline.
yeah, exactly.
So
We'll
I just
see.
want that. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us again. I'm sorry, I didn't know, I don't think Miss Khadija is gonna be joining us back because it seems like she's off. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Miss Mermaid, for being on the chat. I appreciate you every time for always being on our chat and chatting us up. It's giving encouragement every single time when I see you up here. Thank you very much for being on the chat with us. And every other person that has been watching and listening, thank you very, very much for being here. Don't forget to like on this video. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinion on what we said on this video. And also don't forget to click on the subscription button down below to subscribe to our channel. On That Uzo and also Shop Reality that was just here recently and she's gone. Don't forget to subscribe to her channel also. Thank you very much, Living for My Girls, for joining us. We'll see you guys some other time. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.